Welcome to High Oracle's Reiki Spiritual Healing Channel. And today we are talking about client additions and some of the clients that book me. I find it very hilarious because they book me with ulterior motives to attack someone. And they have no idea because they're going off of what they have been doing in the past, how they have been able to manipulate or how they have been able to pay practitioners to attack someone. And the first thing that they finally find out, and they figure it out in the end, that I'm not a practitioner. I'm a spiritual healer, and a Reiki spiritual healer at that. And then the next thing that they do is they start trying, especially this is for the men folk, they try to get me to attack, their exes in their lives. They start off saying that they want their money healed. They want, cleansing for their body, their mind. They want cleansing in the love department to draw the person to them that is their soulmate. And so when we start cleansing in these areas, they slowly start to say, and my wife is, or my ex is, she was just greedy and wanted money and all of these. So that person is not here to defend themselves, and they have no idea that if that person is doing that, then when we take these series of spiritual baths, then that negative energy is going to go back to those persons. But they think that they can manipulate me into attacking their exes. That is their intentions. And I have to, and all the time I don't let them know that I see that they're trying to manipulate the situation. If you do not have the evidence, okay, if you did not catch her in the bed, if you did not, and we need evidence of that. Either, some of the men have given me court documents, where this person, their ex was doing such things, immoral acts, and then she got mad and attacked them. So when it's on that level, then, we don't have a problem cleansing that narcissist female, that Jezebel spirit out of your system. But when you want me to just accept your word with no proof, and you want to attack someone for one reason or another without any proof, and just take your word for it, then you have to go to someone else. You have to go to a practitioner that you don't have to give proof to, okay? Because in the Holy Quran it tells you that you should not take the word of an evil person. And many of times these people who come to me, men and women, they have these attachments, and I see the attachments that they have, either they were born with them, or either they have, developed, people have hired these spirits and sent to them over time. And so therefore, when I am cleansing these types of people, they become enraged because I will not attack someone for them. That's not what you hired me for. You hired me to cleanse the negative energy out of your life, not to attack people that you are trying to get back at, that you have some kind of vendetta or vengeance. You're trying to take vengeance upon. So this ain't what you want. This is not what we do over here. So I just wanted to give you these types of people, these narcissists that come to me trying to manipulate me, because of what they are used to, the people that they have been going to. We have some other people that come to me that, again, they know more than I know. So when I'm telling you that I'm removing the negative energy off of you, I've sent you your gift that's going to, stop the attacks upon your life. You want to tell me how you're going to do things. You want to implement, you want to take the knowledge that I have told you that we're going to work on for the month or for the week, and you want to apply it the way that you want to. And again, I'm going to let you make it because you're going to fail. I gave you what we're working on. I didn't give you the details of what you will need to move forward into this type of cleansing that we're doing. Okay, and that is why I do that, so that, to see if you're one of those types of demonic entities that like to take things and run with it. Okay, and that is fine. I'm going to let you make it. Okay, so when these people cannot have their way, then ultimately they want to, stop cleansing. And the most important part of this video is to take note that once you start cleansing the negative energy, and we have been, removing the demonic entities, again, that were attached to you, 555, as I'm saying this, then these types of negative entities, I have people that want to return and call me and say, things have gotten so much worse, and okay, but you only have 1 month of 10 years of your grandparents in a generational curse, sending a generational curse in your family. You've only cleansed for 1 month, and you want 10, 15, 30 years of negative energy to come off of you in 1 month, and that just simply isn't possible. And this is what I mean when I say people want to have more knowledge than me. You haven't gotten closer to God. You haven't changed your behavior. You haven't, started to increase your prayer life. You do not know how to fast. You are not trying to gain the understanding of what you're supposed to do on your part. You're coming to me, like you've been going to other practitioners where they've been telling you they're just going to do everything and you don't have to do anything. Okay, so, I'm not here to, pretend with you and tell you, that someone is going to sacrifice for you and all is well. Okay, this is not what we're here. You're going to have to pray. You're going to have to cleanse. You're going to have to focus. You're going to have to meditate, and you're going to have to do your part. Okay, I didn't come here to take your burden. You didn't hire me to take your burden. You hired me because of the experience that I've had cleansing other people. Okay. And again, if your way was correct, or if the practitioners that you have been to was correct, then your issue would have been resolved. And for those people who leave and come back, then I charge them full price. Very simple. Very simple. We're going to start off one way, and, we can get to the bottom of this, your behavior. Okay, this ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. Okay, let's make sure that you understand that I have other people that I have to go and tend to. Those people who want all of the attention, who do not want to, book their life coaching sessions. They just want to call me anytime. No, it doesn't work that way. And I have to make sure that I tell people I have other people that I deal with. So either you're going to have to book your sessions, because that's just the way it is, because I have other people. Okay, you're not the only person that I'm dealing with. I'm not going to allow you to be selfish with my time, because you do not have it like that in order to be selfish with my time. So we have these understandings that there are people that will have behavior that is narcissist. They have these attachments, 9/11. We're breaking it down. We're breaking it down. Why you cannot be selfish, why you have to go through, certain patterns, certain stages in order to receive the healing. And it's not all on the spiritual healer. You have to do your part. If you cannot carry out the task, if you are refusing to carry out the task of praying, if you refuse to carry out the task of learn how to fast. If you don't know how, if you've never known how, then, if you are saying that things are not going right for you, then I'm absolutely going to tell you it's because you haven't carried out the rituals. You haven't, carried out your end of the bargain. I'm doing my part by cleansing the situation. We've been seeing the signs of your situation is being cleansed. From the attacks, the negative entities are being identified and being removed from your life. Okay, a lot of the higher spirits have been severed and destroyed, along with those monitoring spirits that was gang stalking you. So when we're seeing that these spirits are being removed and you aren't doing your part, you become lax, as if you don't have anything to do, or if you're going to heal yourself from your perspective of what you've been taught by other practitioners. I'm going to let you make it. Okay, this is how we run this. I'm not going to tell you over and over. I'm going to make sure that I remind you, but I'm going to let you make it so that you can understand that once you, stop cleansing, once you, take on your own practice and you start associating something with God, you're not fasting, you're unable to fast, you're not willing to practice, then, you're going to open the door. That door stays open for other entities to re-enter and come back in. And start to siphon your energy and start to create disasters for you. And when you call me, then I'm going to make sure that I remind you, have you, been practicing? Have you been praying? Have you increased your prayer, from 1 time a day to, at least 3 to 4 times a day, ultimately going into a prayer and fasting. Even with the Holy Bible, you need to increase your closeness to God to 5 times a day. Okay, so when you're not doing your part, then, you cannot say that the rituals isn't working for you when, I've done my part to clear the negative energy and sever those cords from around you. And I hope that you receive this message. Please like, share, and subscribe to me. You can book your one-on-one life coaching sessions or your consultations so that I can acclimate a gift to your situation. Please donate to my channel, like, share, and subscribe. I'm High Oracle, Reiki Spiritual Healer. Assalamu alaikum.